Hi, this is Norse. This will be a video featuring my NorseFX basic EA. So that's a trend following EA that executes trades of EMA of my choice. For this video, I will use the dollar yen, so the USDJPY 1 hour chart, and the EA will execute trades off of the EMA 50. The EMA 50 is my EMA of choice when it comes to the dollar yen, because when the market conditions are right, it really respects that EMA, and it's really great to trade using that setting. In terms of rules for this test, I'm using a 30 pip stop loss for the EA. I'm not using a take profit. I'm using a trailing stop 30 pips above or below the EMA 50. We will use some discretion to try to avoid some of the losing trades, because discretion is needed for this EA, because this is a semi-automatic EA that we enable, or we set it on our charts when we think that the market conditions are trending. So this is not a expert advisor that you can just run on autopilot at all times, because you will get chopped up when price is just in a range and not trending. And price is only trending 30% of the time, so this is also the importance of using discretion. I'm starting this test on January 3rd of 2017, and the reason I'm starting it in 2017 and not in 2016 is because we had the Trump rally, and the Trump rally that's not a normal market condition, and price just kept on going, and the results from that rally alone is just insane. So it's unfair to you to implement or to include the results from the Trump rally into this test, because that's just not normal, and that would have been too much form-fitting this EA to make it look way better than it actually is, and that's just not how I work. So and if this is the first video you're watching with me, watching of me, I just have to apologize for my voice. I have been swimming. It's in the middle of the summer in Norway, and I really caught the flu from going swimming in the middle of the summer. So if you're ever considering moving to Norway, just don't do it, because we don't have summers and you get the flu in the middle of summer. It's horrible. But let's get back to the test. I have marked out the trades with arrows. So blue arrows, they represent break-even trades. White represent the winners. Orange represent the losers. And we will experience good and bad market conditions, and a seriously horrible market condition where we take a shitload of losing trades in a row. So, and we will go over the results at the end, and I will show you how to set up the EA on the MetaTrader 4 platform and show you how the settings works, etc., because you don't have to trade the EMA 50. You can trade the EMA 5000 if you like. You just have to have it on your chart and set the EA to trade that specific EMA. So let's get on with the show. So 30 pip stop loss and a 30 pip trailing SL above or below the EMA. So 3rd of January, we take a trade right here. EMA is the yellow line on my chart. Break even. Then this is, by the way, a weekly or monthly trend line going back all the way to 2015. So price is coming from a big area of resistance. Take a winning trade. A winning trade gets stopped here, 30 pips above the EMA, and this we have price moving 30 pips in our favor, so a break-even trade. Let's fast forward. We take a loss since we for some reason wanted to go long, and then break even and a losing trade. as you can see, since price is coming from a weekly and monthly level, this loss on its own can be avoided, but I have included it in this test just to show you, just from a mindset perspective, you would have been enticed to go long from a price action move like this because we have a lot of support, and yeah, you get the idea. So break even right here, since price moves in our favor, we are giving back all our profits, and then we end the day or week with a loss. Price takes this out and then rolls over. We take a break even trade, then we take a losing trade, and then we take a losing trade right here, and then we want to get long from this price action, we take another loss. Now we take another loss as well. We get stopped at the highs, so we are now 4 losing trades in a row. This takes a toll on our mindset, but remember, this is sort of a blind backtest, if you like. So this is just normal market conditions where we try to implement EA to catch and make money. And now we can see we take the 5th trade. This is long. We have the EMA crossover, we have everything, and still a losing trade. And then we take another loss, and this is the point where you really start to doubt the system. You're even considering booking a plane ticket to Norway to come and beat me up, because this is just not working at all. And then the 7th losing trade in a row. This is the worst losing streak in this backtest, so a 7 streak of losing trades. So if you use 2% risk per trade, this is a 14% loss in an extended period of time. You can see how long time this is. This is 1 month worth of trading where you take nothing but losses on one of your pairs, and that's just devastating to your mental health. Then we take 2 small winners, as you can see here. Then we take a break-even trade, another losing trade, winner. We have the EMA crossover and everything. Small winner though, since we have another loss here as well. And then another losing trade, 3rd one, 4th, and we take a winning trade. This winner started to get some legs, and then we take a break even, and then we take a loss from this move right here, and this winner gets reduced by a lot. Take another losing trade, and then we go long, since we really want to join if this is a prevailing trend that might explode, but it don't. And then we take another losing trade right here. Hindsight, EMA 200 would have worked perfectly, but EMA 50 is our EMA of choice. Then we take a trade right here, perfect touch. Trend keeps on going down. We add to the trade. Now we are in good profits, and this is the type of market conditions that the EA thrive in, and the market conditions we are looking for when it comes to trading this EA, because we get eaten alive, as you saw earlier, in sideways market conditions, and when it trends, that's when we make the rewards from this EA. And now price is coming from a double bottom, some discretion, we are breaking the double bottom as well. And then I have included this loss regardless, because we haven't broken the double top, or we haven't confirmed the double top formation yet, so this loss is still included. I would have taken this loss regardless. And those 2 losses, no, 2 winners, they get washed right here. We flip the position and then go long from the EMA. Another trade right here. And then both of those winners gets washed here using the trailing stop concept. And then going short from the EMA crossover, and then break even, and 2 losing trades. So this winner is extremely small. Another trade right here. This one gets some legs. So this is also a favorable market condition that get washed down here. And now we are, if you're familiar with my strategy and my previous work, I have something that I call the TNR touch. That's basically the third touch of a higher time frame trend line. This is the third touch, so discretion tells me that price might want to go long because I like to buy in anticipation of a bottom or a top based on the TNR itself. But as you see, I have included these two losses as well, just to keep the results fair. And then we go long after we break the double bottom. Then we confirm the double bottom right here. Entry on the EMA 50, price gapping up, and then things starts to get real exciting and fun. But this trade, after we gap up, we have an open gap. Personally, I would not have been executing a trade on the EMA because I would have wanted the E gap to get closed first, but that's just me. But when we are seeing price action like this is when you start to use the E to implement the EA and try to catch this trend. I have not included entry at this level. I use this one just to keep it fair, because I would not have been able to get in right here since I already have a trade, because you get fear and greed and all of the emotions flowing. You don't want to take a unnecessary break-even trade, and yeah, you get the idea. And then another trade, all of those 4 trades gets washed here, and then price breaking new highs, then coming back to the EMA, taking another trade, and then we take a losing trade, and this gets washed here as well. And here you can also see an example of using the trailing stop. You actually say goodbye to a lot of money in this condition using the same trailing stop as we are using in this testing. Instead of exiting somewhere up here, you get just half of the move, and then you get a single entry that you ride the last portion of the leg with. So here we take a loss, and then price screams down. We take 2 break-even trades, then we take a losing trade, and then we take a extremely small winner. This is like 0.6 risk to reward, so a negative or inverse risk versus reward on this trade. 2 break even and a loss, and then we take another loss. 3 losing trades in a row. As you can see, choppy price action as well. A break even trade, break even, and a losing trade. And then I did not take an entry right here. I did not take the entry right here because you can see that price didn't touch the EMA itself either. Here I took it, and again, the trailing concept hurts like hell here as well, because we take a losing trade, and this just gets like 1.4 arts when we get taken out right here. And then we get another single entry right here, and then here we have 3 break-even trades in a row, but we're still holding the single entry from before, adding another one on top, and then price is hitting this daily, weekly level, if you like. And this is when the discretion comes into play. You don't want to, when price is coming from a weekly level, you don't want to buy, because it's just not a good idea. And you can see price is breaking market structure and retesting support and just falling down, then touching the EMA and adding another one, and then both of those gets washed right here. So a failure from the trailing stop concept as well. And this is where price is at the 22nd of July of 2017. So in terms of stats, The EA, with some discretion, took 67 trades from January 3rd until today's date. 17 trades were winners, 17 trades were break even, and 33 trades were losses. So yeah, you heard it right, 33 losses, so almost a double amount of losing trades as winners. But in terms of reward at the end or today's date, that's 33.3 hours using this half-blind approach. But now we get to me thinking out loud, because in my personal trading, I don't use the trailing stop concept for all my trades. Some of them I use take profits. Like for instance, I'm long on the euro. If you're following the market, you know that the euro is closing in on the 117 round number at the moment, and I look to take profit there if I see price action confirming my thoughts. But the key takeaway from this is have a starting point and then start to play around with it. And any strategy is all about form fitting it to give you the best results as possible, and just get accustomed to giving away control of your own trading, because you don't control when price gives you an entry or not. The EA will just execute you based on your anticipation of the EMA holding. And so that's where our job comes into play, because we as traders, our job is to avoid, especially when you're using this EA, our job is to avoid sideways price action and not get eaten alive and experience a 7-trade losing streak. And if you have seen my Brent video, so I did a similar test on the UK oil, so the Brent crude oil, and that's also the instrument I used when I developed this EA, because Brent, it just loves the EMA 50 on a 1 hour on Brent. I have made a lot of profits using this EA on Brent. I just love trading it on that instrument. And this is version 2.0 of the EA. I'm already working on 3.0. I will include more features, but still keep it extremely simple. I would still like to keep it semi-automatic, so when we see that the market condition might be right, then we implement EA onto our chart, and then we start to try to take advantage of the trade. I'm not too comfortable like having the EA decide it for me. I still think that I can beat the machine, but who knows, in the future this might also turn into a fully automatic system. So now let's go over to MetaTrader. I'll show you how to set up this EA. So here we are at the dollar-yen chart. You can see NorseFX Basic EA volume 0.2 is having a smiley face. Auto trading is set to on, so the EA is active on this chart. But let's remove the expert advisor from this chart, and we will set it up from the beginning. So when you think that the market conditions are in trending conditions, you already have the EA in your folder. You drag the EA onto your chart, and then you decide on lot size, stop loss for $yen specifically. I use 30 pips, and then you decide on lot size and the risk that you want to take. Using a percentage, a fixed percentage of your account is the best way to trade any strategy. And then you just set the lot size to what you want, and magic number, don't touch this one. Here you see the MA period, so this is the moving average that you want to trade, so the EMA that you want to trade. The default setting is 50 because it was developed for Brent and trading the exponential moving average 50. So you don't have to change these unless you want to trade the EMA 200. So that's totally up to you and what you discover in the charts. So when all of this is set, you click OK. When you get smiley face, then when price touch the EMA 50, you will be executed, and the EA, after the EA executes the trade for you, it will stop working. So like you see here, this one, EA will execute the trade, and then when price retests the EMA right here, it will not take a second trade unless you have dragged the EA onto your chart and activated it again. So that's just a safety feature to avoid overexposure to any specific instrument. So basically that's it. It's very easy to use, not a lot of moving parts, but when it comes to trade management and things like that, there's no one size fits all. I like to combine both trailing and take profits. You might be wired differently, and it's a lot of personal preference that goes into trading any strategy. And the point of this video is just to give you an idea on how to build further and take this raw EA and make it even better. The price for this EA is $197. I will include my email under this video, so if you want to buy this EA, you can just send me the email and I will send you the details for it. And yeah, basically that's it. And if you have any questions at all, just don't hesitate to reach out and ask me any question that you like. And yeah, I would thank you very much for watching, and again, apologize for my voice. And if you have any question, reach out, and until I see you next time, I wish you good luck and have a great summer, and goodbye.